Alright, good morning class.
Morning, sir.
So today we're looking at rational numbers. So at this point in our lives we have dealt with rational numbers, but today in particular we're going to look at decimals. Okay, so in the first term we already have addressed these operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of decimal numbers. Not so?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is just a division exercise for you basically. This is the examples for exercise 5, and exercise 5 is on page 72. Okay, so exercise 5 on page 72. However, this example is on page 7. Alright, page 17. So let's go. So people, operations with decimal numbers. So firstly, when adding or subtracting, simply write the number one below the other, or simply give the answer. People, if it's simple enough. Shukran. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. Right. So it's either you, if you can see the answer, we just write that down. No, not so. However, this one here requires some calculation. Okay, or what's the calculation? So negative times negative is a positive. So what we do is we take all our positive numbers, add them together, all our negative numbers we add them together, and then we subtract the two. Not so. That's one way of doing it. Otherwise, you could have say 0,315 plus 3,04 minus, then you subtract it, and then we add afterwards if you like. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the positive numbers and then add them together. So this is going to be simply 0,315, 3,04. But now if it's 3,04, but there's 3 digits here, that's going to be 3,04, and now I must add a 0 there. Then I'm going to take plus 235. 2,35, and then there's another 0. So I must add. What's 5 plus 0 plus 0? 5. 5 plus 4 plus 1? 10. There's going to be 4 plus 3? 7. 0 plus 3 plus 2?
5.
So in other words, that plus that plus that is going to give you 5,705. Not so. Then what must we do now? We must minus 1,35, and of course there's a 0 there. So 5 minus 5 is 5 minus 0 is 5. 0 minus 5 can't, so I take 1 away, gives me 6, and there's a 1 there. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 6 minus 3 is 3, 5 minus 1 is 4. So the answer to 1 is 0,315 plus 3,04 minus 1,35 plus 2,35. Give me an answer 4,35. You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So let's go to the next question. Number 2. You can make notes when we are done. I don't want the video to be too long. This lesson is going to be, otherwise the video is going to be very long. Okay. People, 2,35 minus 6,12 is 2,35 larger than 6,12. Just the numbers. Which one is larger? 6,12. So in other words, this answer is going to be negative. So if the signs are different as subtracting, so 6,12 minus 2,35. Note that I'm not putting it under here. I'm doing it on the side. Okay. So they subtract 2 minus 5, you can't. You take a 1 away, it leaves you with 0. 12 minus 5 is 7. 0 can't minus 3. You take 1 away, gives you 5. That number becomes a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 minus 2 is 3. So the answer is going to be negative 3 comma 77. Okay. Any confusion there?
No, sir.
Right. So let's look at when multiplying. Okay, I didn't take that note there, but the note can be found in the PDF I've sent you. We are told we're multiplying. Multiply the numbers. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So if you want to write this down, you can say when multiplying the numbers to find the correct digits. Now add the numbers of decimal places in the two numbers which has been multiplied in order to find the number of decimal places in the answer. So what are they basically saying there? I'm going to first take the numbers and multiply it, and then consider the decimal places. You see that, people? So let's look at the first one. Number 1. 0, 2 times 0, 0.03. So what we do is we say 2 multiplied by 3. What's 2 multiplied by 3? 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So what we do is we say 6. So now we count the decimals after the comma. So it's 1, 2, 3 decimals. So here must be 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, and of course another one. So currently the comma is lying there. Not so. The comma is lying there. So what must we do with the comma? We must move it 3 units to the left. Move it 3 units to the left. Whoops. It's all connected, so it's 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 0, 0.006. Okay, you guys understand? Let's look at the next one. Number 2. In number 2, we got 0, 4 multiplied by 0, 0.01 multiplied by 2.1. So as we said, we're going to take the numbers aside and do the numbers only. So it's going to be 4 times 1 times 21. I'm just taking the numbers. So 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 times 21 is 84. Take note that I'm not putting it part of the sum. Okay, so what do? I got 84. So what do is I add up to the zeros, not so?
Yes, sir.
And how many digits must I move the comma by? 1, 2, 3, 4. So currently it's lying here. So I move it. Whoops, they're all connected. Hey. Separation issues? Alright. Come on, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives me an answer of 0.008.
Yes.
Okay. So because that is 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. The currently is lying there, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. People, let's look at number 3. Number 3, we got 12 multiplied by 0, 0.003. So again, we just take out our numbers. So what is 12 multiplied by 3? 36. Okay. So in other words, it's going to be 36. And how many digits are after the comma? 3. So let's add up the zeros here. The comma is lying there. So I move it. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is simply 0, 0. Okay. Let's look at number 4. Remember when we multiplied by 100 in the first term, what did we do with the comma? We moved it 2 units to the right. If we divided by 100, we would move 2 units to the left. So because I'm moving it 2 units to the right here, so in number 4, it will be 0, 0.05 multiplied by 100. So if I move this comma 2 units to the right, then it's going to be 1, 2. So the answer will simply be 5. For those of you who don't see that, okay, let's then apply what we did in the previous section of work. So we said we take our numbers, so it's 0,05 multiplied by 100. We take our numbers, so it's going to be 5 multiplied by 100. And what's 5 multiplied by 100? 500. So it's going to be 500. And how many digits are after the comma? 2. So I must move that 2 units. So it's 1, 2. So the answer is simply 5. So either or will get you the full mark. Okay. Let's look at number 4. Number 4, you got 10,2 multiplied by 100. So let's take the numbers out again. I'm going to do both ways, okay? So in other words, it's going to be 102 times 100. So that would simply be 10200. 10,200. Not so? So that would be 10,200. How many digits are after the comma? 1. So I must move that by 1. So that is simply 102. You see that, people?
Yes, sir.
Or if you add 10,2 times 100, we're just going to move the digits, the comma by 2, because there are 2 zeros. So it's again connected. And let's move it 2 digits. So it's 1, 2. So the answer is simply 102. You see that, people?
Yes, sir.
Let's look at number 4. 5. Okay? This is 4,8 times 1,000. So if I do this the first, if I say 4,8 or 48 times 1,000, it's going to give me 48,000 or 48,000. Not so?
Yes, sir.
In other words, it will be 48,000. So how many digits are after the comma? 1. So I'm going to move 1 digit so it goes there. In other words, it's going to be 4,800. So 4,800. There's one way of doing it. Otherwise, what we could have done was, say, or, just simply 4,8 multiplied by 1,000. The comma must move how many digits? 1, 2, 3 digits. You see that? So currently it's lying there. Let's move a 3. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 48 and there's 2 zeros. 4,800. So either or, whichever you decide, whichever makes more sense to you, you can apply. Okay? We apply both in the exam. We only mark the first one. Okay? You're not going to get extra marks or W marks. People, number 7. Let's look at number 7. 0,4 multiplied by 300. Again, we look at our numbers. What is 4 times 300? 1,200 or 1,200. Not so?
Yes, sir.
So 1,200. How many digits are after the comma? 1. So that must move by 1 digit. So it goes there. So the answer is 120. Okay. Any confusion there? Look at the next one, number 8. Alright, so again in terms of our numbers, this would simply be 51 multiplied by 50. So it's going to be 0, 5, 2, 5. So So in other words, this is going to be 2,550. But how many digits are after the comma? 2. So this must move 2 units. So it's 1, 2. So the answer is 25, comma. Do I need that 0 here? It's not going to make a difference to us. Okay? So we leave it as 25, comma. Look at number 9. Let's look at the numbers only first. So it's 3 multiplied by 300 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 10. 3 times 300, 900. 900 times 2, 1,800 times 10, 18,000. Okay, remember that I do not write this under here. Because if I write the equal sign here, that means to say that is equal to the next line, which is not the case. So it's 18,000. People, how many digits are after the comma? 1, 2. So currently the comma is lying there. I move it 2. So it's 1, 2. So the answer is simply 180. Okay? Division. Study the following 4 examples carefully. So this is simple. First one. So it's going to be 0,84 that is divided by 2. So if the divisor, if this number here is a whole number, I can go straight into division. Can you see that, people?
Yes,
So 2 goes into 0, no times. 0 times 2 is 0, minus gives you nothing. Bring down the 8. 2 going to 8, 4. 4 times 2, 8, minus 0. Bring down the 2 going to 4, 2. 2 times 4. So in other words, this answer is 0,42. Here we are told the divisor 2 is an integer. Okay. Remember earlier on we said if you divide by 100, we're moving the comma how many digits? Twice to the left. So let's move it. Goes 1, 2. So that answer is simply 0,0084. Okay. Looking at number 3. In question 3, we have 0,84 divided by 0,4. Now, is this divisor a whole number? No. We'll make it a whole number. So, in other words, we go at the back. What are you busy with? And when you don't pass maths and you don't know why, your parents think you are taking note of everything in the class, but you're busy with the phone. No, man. So you want this to be an integer. So I must move this digit 1 unit. So, or multiply it by 10. If I multiply the divisor by 10, I must multiply the dividend by 10 as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this now becomes 4. And if I move this 1 over, it becomes 8,4. Okay. Which now gives us 4 goes into 8 twice. 2 times 4, 8. Minus, you 0. And now the 4. 4 going to 4? 4 times 1? 4. Minus? Yeah. So in line with the comma goes that comma there. So the answer is 2,1. Okay. Right, so we got 0,084 divided by divided by 0,12. So is the divisor an integer? No. So I must move this how many units? The comma must move 2 units to make it an integer. So in other words, this must also be moved 2 units. You see that? In other words, the sum I'm going to work out is 12 that must be divided by 8,4. Okay. So let's go into multiples of 12. So it's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84 is actually one of the factors. As you can see, 12 can't go into 8. So the number is now 84. 12 going to 84, 7 times. 7 times 12 is 84. Subtract to get 0. But in line goes the comma, so this must be replaced with a 0. So the answer is 0, 7. There's another way we can write it as fractions and then simplify it from there. It will work nicely with this one here. Okay, so let me just show you what it would look like. It's the alternative solution. So 0,084 divided by 0,12. Remember, if I multiply the numerator by 100, I must multiply the denominator also by 100. Why 100 in particular? Because I want this to be an integer. So multiply that by 100. 100 will allow the comma to move 2 units, so it's 8.4. So 12 goes into 12 once, 12 going to 84, 7 times. So because of the comma, we know it's going to be 0, 7. Okay, otherwise, if you had made this a fraction where the numerator is also a whole number, an integer, sorry. So you multiply that further by 10, you're now going to get 840 over 10. No, 84 over 10, not 840. Come inside. Then you simplify from there. Okay, so what number goes into both? I think 6 goes into 20 times. Or 12. 12 goes into 120 10 times. 12 goes into 84 7 times. So it's going to be 7 over 10, which is 0,7. Okay. This is another way of looking at the same thing. Okay. Let's do the next one. So now we're looking at square roots of decimal numbers. Again, this we have done in the first step. Okay. So 0,4 squared is 0,16. Why? Because 0,4 squared is 0,4 times 0,4. 4 times 4 is 16, and there's 2 digits after the comma. You see that? So what is the square root of 0,16? 0,4. Well done. So it says find the square root of a number. Example 16. So we're looking at 16 there. And then to divide the number of decimals by 2. How many decimals are here? 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So there's 1 digit after the comma. Okay. To find the cube root, the number of decimal places must be divided by 3. So if it's a square root, divided by 2. The cube root is divided by 3. Hence the number here. If there's no number here, we know there's a 2, and of course the cube root is a 3, as you can see. Okay. So let's go with the first one. Okay. So what's the square root of 25? 5. So how many digits are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is 4 divided by 2? 2. So there might be 2 digits after the comma. 0. So it's 1, 2. So 0, 0. You see that, people?
Yes, sir.
Look at the next one. What's the square root of 1?
1.
How many digits after the comma? 2. 2 divided by 2? 1. So there's 1 digit after the comma. Let's look at the next number. What's the cube root of 8? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by What's 6 divided by 3?
2.
2. So 2 digits after the comma. Okay? What's the square root of 144?
12.
12. What is 2 divided by 2? 1. So it's 1 digit after the comma. Okay? Everything is easier, huh? So now we're going to look at decimal numbers mixed. Right. So let's go. So in other words, all addition here is 4,5 plus 0,8 plus 6,3. We add. 3 plus 8 is 30 plus 3 is 60. So it's going to give you 11. So the answer is 11, any issues there? Go with the next one. Subtract 9,96 from 18,03. Whatever follows from here, right? First. Okay, so it's 9,9. People, which one is larger, 18 or 9? 18,03 or 9,96? 18. So the answer is going to be positive. So it's 18.03 minus 9,96. Remember, when the signs are different, you subtract. 3 minus 6 can't borrow. Take 1 away there, gives you 7. This now becomes 10. Take 1 away, gives you 9. That now becomes 30. 30 minus 6? 7. 9 minus 9? 0. 17 minus 9? This number is now 17. Otherwise, if we take that 1 away there and put it there, 17. Okay. So the answer is positive, 8,07. Okay. Any confusion there?
No, sir.
Remember now I'm on page 71. Okay. Okay, the next one. Again, we take the numbers and we multiply. So it's 2 times 1 times 2, which is 4. The answer is 4. However, how many digits after the comma? 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 0, 0, 0. Okay. Did you get the next one? So you got 0,12 multiplied by 0,02. So again, we take out our numbers. So 12 times 2 is 24. So what we have is 24. How many digits after the comma?
2.
There's 2 and here's 2. So it's going to be 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0 there. So currently the comma is lying here. So you can be with 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 0, 0, 0, 2. Okay? That's when I write a test on this chapter on Monday, okay? Okay, so you will write it on Tuesday. It's part of your term exam. Okay? Okay, whenever you come, it's fine.
Okay, sir.
So what is this going to be? 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 11, which is 11. You get 11. So how many digits after the comma? 3. So your currently line here is 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 0, 0, 1. Okay. Right, the next one, you got 5 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 100. 5 times 6 is 30, times 100 is 300, or 3000 in this case. So how many digits are after the comma? 2. So I must move this 2 units. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2. So the answer is simply 30. Number 7. 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 100. 3,600. So as you can see, the comma is lying at that point. So it must move 1 unit over. So the answer is 360. Number 8. So here again we divide. Okay, so it's going to simply be 0. So we're going to move the comma 1, 2, 3 units. Remember the divisor must be an integer. So I move that 3 units. Then I must move this also 3 units. So add a 0 to move it 1 more. So it's 1350. Okay, that sum is equivalent. So we do the long division here. So it's going to be 1350 divided by 3. So 3 can't go into 1, but 3 go into 13 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. You subtract it, you get 1. Carry down to 5. 3 go into 15. 5 times. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract, you get 0. Carry down 0. 3 goes into 0. Can't go. 0 times 3 is 0. Minus 0. So the answer is 450. Let's go to the next one. So here we have to do brackets first. So that is 0, 2 plus. Now the divisor is an integer. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 0, 6 divided by 2 is 0, 3 minus 0, 1. So what's 0, 2 plus 0, 3? 0, 5 minus 0, 1? 0, 5. Number 10. So again we're going to make the divisors integers. So I move that 1 unit. In turn that must also move 1 unit. So it's 88 divided by 2 plus. That moves 1 unit. That has to move 1 unit as well. So in other words, I'm multiplying this by 10 and as well 10 by 10. Which is going to give you 66 divided by 3. What is 88 divided by 2? 44. Plus 66 divided by 3?
33.
22. So 44 plus 22 is again 66 then. Okay. The next question. Number 11. So of course we need to do that first according to Bosmass. So it's 2, 1, 2. And we know that 2 multiplied by 14 is 28. That's 28 here. However, how many digits are after comma? 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. So what I need to do now is I need to say 2, 1, 2 plus 0, 0, 2, 8. So what must I write here? 0. So 0 plus 8 is 8. 4, 1. Answer is 2, 1, 4. Okay. Look at number 12. Okay, so let's look at the first part. So we got 40 multiplied by 12. So it's going to be 0, 840. Not so. So how many digits after comma? 2. So it's 8 comma 4 plus. So to make this an integer, I move it over 1 unit, or multiply it by 10. So it's 40 comma 5 divided by 3. So we say 40.5 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4, 1. 4 times 3 is 3. Subtract gives you 1. Bring down the 0. 3 goes into 10 thrice. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract gives you 1. Carry down the 5. 3 going to 15. 5. 5 times 3 15. Minus. In line with that goes the comma. So it's 8 comma 4 plus 13.5. Now we go 13.5 plus 8.4. Going to give you 9. In line goes the comma. Gives you 11. 21.9. Okay. Now by the mistake here, it's supposed to have been 84, not 48. That's 4,8. So it's 13.5, 4,8, we'll add that. 13, 8, 18.3. Sorry about that. For homework, I would like you guys to do exercise 5. You do for me all the odd numbers, okay? Exercise 5, do the odd numbers. Enjoy the weekend. Good morning, class. Okay, so number 13. So you got 0,12 squared. So as we said, we take the numbers out. So it's 12 squared, or 12 times 12, which is 144. So that's going to be 0,12 times 0,12 is 144. So how many digits are after the comma? 4. So I'm going to move it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is 0,014. Okay. Number 14. Second last one. So let's do the numbers first. We know that's going to be 0,09. So if you didn't know that, so 0,3 multiplied by 0,3 plus 2 multiplied by that's going to be 0,004. Which is in other words 0,02 times 0,02. Okay. So of course it's going to be 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And these 2 digits off the comma. So 0,09 plus 2 times. 2 times 2 of course is 4. And 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. That is simply 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits off the comma. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is 0,00. As I said, it was 0,004 times 2, 0,000. 0,000. And of course, you must add it. So it's 0,09 plus 0,0008. We just add zeros there for place values. So you added 0 plus 8 is 8. 090. The answer is 0,0908. And of course the last one, last example of this chapter, number 15. So we know that the square root of 81 is 9, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. The 4 divided by 2 is 2, so there's 2 decimals after the comma. plus. So we have to add that first. Is the square root of. Now 0, 0,12 plus 0, 0,04 is going to give you 0, 0,16. The square root of 16 is of course 4. And there's 2 digits after the comma. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1 digit after the comma. That is simply 0, comma. Okay, so that basically brings us to the end of this chapter. And with that you could do exercise 5, which is on page 72. Okay. The full lesson can be found in the description box below.